Many thanks, Laddie. Now, the Super Falcons of Nigeria have been drawn to play in the final qualifying round for the 2018 African Cup of Nations for women. The reigning champions will face the winner between Burkina Faso and Gambia for a place in the tournament billed to hold in Ghana from November the 17th to December the 1st, 2018. According to the Confederation of African Football, the first leg is fixed for April the 2nd, with the return leg in Nigeria a week later. The 2018 African Nations Cup for Women also serves as qualifiers for the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup in France. The highly anticipated rematch between Gennady Golovkin and Saul Canelo Alvarez has moved a step closer after the World Boxing Council ordered another clash between the two. Now, Golovkin holds the WBC middleweight title as well as the WBA and IBF World Championships. His first fight with Alvarez ended in a rather controversial draw, despite many observers believing the Kazakhstani boxer had done enough to win. There are indications the rematch could happen between March and May next year. Former marathon world record holder Paul Tegart has been named president of Kenya's Olympic Committee, ending months of controversy and inviting. Now, Tegart, a double Olympic 10,000-meter silver medalist, a former marathon world record holder and five-time world cross-country champion, announced his candidacy in March. The 48-year-old is keen to revive and renew the scandal-hit National Olympic Committee of Kenya, which was rocked by corruption and mismanagement during Kenya's appearance at the Rio Olympics and had its funding frozen over governance concerns. A world number one Rafael Nadal came within a whisker of making an opening round exit at the China Open this morning. It was pushed to 3 sets by Frenchman Lucas Pouille before winning 4-6, 7-6, 7-5. Nadal, who was beaten by the Frenchman the last time they met at the 2016 US Open, lost a close first set before saving 2 match points in a second set tiebreak to level things up. Nadal needed all his experience to keep his opponent at bay in the decider, and the match looked to be heading for another tiebreak before he pounced to break Pouille's serve for the first time to go 6-5 up in the third. British tennis player Dan Evans has been banned for 1 year after testing positive for cocaine. Evans provided the positive sample at the Barcelona Open on April the 24th, and the suspension is being backdated to begin from that date. The 27-year-old will therefore be free to return to action from April the 24th, 2018. He will also get £93,000 of prize money won and the ranking points gained between the date of his test and the announcement of the positive finding. A British javelin thrower, Joanna Blair, has been provisionally suspended after failing an anti-doping test. Blair, who won the British title last year with a personal best of 57.44 meters, has a chance to appeal and the right to a full hearing. Blair represented Great Britain at the European Athletics Team Championships in Lille, France this summer. UK Athletics says the 31-year-old has been charged with committing an anti-doping rule violation. Now that's a wrap on sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Thank you, Ayo. Kenya's NASA party is insisting on changes in the country's electoral commission to ensure a free and fair rerun of the presidential election scheduled for October the 26th. The opposition wants key electoral officers sacked as part of several measures it says are necessary for a credible poll. The spokesperson for the opposition alliance, James Orengo, called on its supporters to demonstrate on Friday. Previous protests have been broken up by the security forces. The Electoral Commission, however, says it has had meetings with NASA and Jubilee Party and will reveal the discussions in due course. Spain's King Felipe VI says Sunday's referendum in Catalonia is illegal. In a TV address to the nation, he condemned organizers of the vote for putting themselves, quote, outside the law. He also said the situation in Spain was extremely serious and called for unity. Earlier today, as many as 300,000 people protested police violence during Sunday's vote. Nearly 900 people were wounded as police barged into polling centers, seizing ballot boxes. The protests caused serious metro traffic in Barcelona and cut service of buses and trains during rush hour to 25%. U.S. President Donald Trump is in Puerto Rico with First Lady Melania Trump to view the havoc wreaked by Hurricane Maria and meet residents, many of whom are frustrated and resentful that they are struggling with basic necessities 2 weeks after the storm. He praised his administration's response to the hurricane, but noted that the devastation in Puerto Rico has thrown the United States budget, quote, a little out of whack. He remarked on the 16-person death toll, which he touted as low compared to how many could have died.
I hate to tell you, Puerto Rico, but you've thrown our budget a little out of whack because we've spent a lot of money on Puerto Rico, and that's fine. We've saved a lot of lives. If you look at the, every death is a horror, but if you look at a real catastrophe like Katrina, and you look at the tremendous hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that died, and you look at what happened here with really a storm that was just totally overpowering. Nobody's ever seen anything like this. And what is your death count as of this moment? 17?
16 certified.
16 people certified. 16 people versus in the thousands. You can be very proud of all of your people, all of our people working together. 16 versus literally thousands of people. You can be very proud. Everybody around this table and everybody watching can really be very proud of what's taken place in Puerto Rico.
And the main news again, the Minister of State for Petroleum, Dr. Ibe Kachukwu, has written a letter to President Muhammadu Buhari today where he accused the NNPC GMD, Maikanti Baru, of abusing due process in the management of the corporation. The letter was leaked to the media. Also today, Justice John Soho of the Federal High Court in Abuja recused himself from the trial of Boko Haram suspects after he was accused of bias. And Spanish King Felipe VI today condemned organizers of Catalonia's independence referendum, describing the action as illegal. That's tonight's news at 10. Thanks for being with us. My name is Ladi Akiridoluale. Good night.